Man, guys, welcome to the Entrepreneurs Chat, man. Thank you for joining us today. Man, we are just a group of entrepreneurs, like minded entrepreneurs, meeting every weekday, Monday to Friday, just discussing business, right? Discussing business, discussing various aspects of businesses, supporting each other and the likes, man. So, guys, this is the biggest entrepreneur talk show in the world. And man, it's for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs, for us by us. And man, it's amazing. It's amazing. And these sessions are wonderful because of you guys. You're the ones who make them wonderful. So awesome, guys. So, guys, today, man, we are so excited to be, talking to final year law student, Mahlahlo. He is basically a final year student in the Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University, LLB student, and he's also a farmer. So we're going to be talking about how he managed to start up his enterprise with his brother, you know, during the lockdown era. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So, man, I'm so excited. I'm super excited about this. Hello, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm good, thanks. And how are you, my man?
So, man, this is the Entrepreneurs Chat. I know you joined us a few times, so you know what this group is about. But maybe if you can introduce yourself to the guys, just in terms of, what you're doing, who you are, what you're doing. Yeah, man, and yes, tell us about that.
No, man, I thank you so much, my brother, for this opportunity, to come and share my farming experience, with the entrepreneurs community. So my name is Mahlaso. I'm a law final year student, as you mentioned, at the Nelson Mandela University. So I'm also a farmer. I come from Umalanga in a place called Bushbuckridge, where I'm doing my farming. So, but currently I'm here in the Eastern Cape because of school. So, I started this farming journey in lockdown. When the lockdown hit. So I was like, I'm at home now. What can I do? So then that's when I found my passion in farming. So yeah.
Mm.
That,
But
that's
man,
that's how I can introduce myself. So that's basically who is Mahlaso. So lawyer student, and yeah, I'm from the Mpumalanga province, and I'm an emerging farmer. So yeah, part time. But now I'm part time because of studies. But yeah, I started the farming journey with my brother Taito Tsebo, who is currently at home managing the farming affairs because I'm now here. So yeah, that's
mm.
it. That's it.
But man, that's awesome. But the thing is with you guys, it's not just an accident. But I mean the quality the quality of produce, guys. I mean that you're actually having. This is not like just I don't know. Is it a gift you just I don't know. Did you I
Hon-
don't know, man. Because I
hon-
mean the quality of your stuff, like your spinach, your vegetables, it's just top, man.
Honestly, I didn't just start farming now. Like I started farming like long time ago, like at my young age. Like there's this say all like people from the village will always say there's no person from the village who doesn't know how to do like farming activities. Like for now it's spring, we are going to plant corn. Like that's what I used to do like at my young age, like with my grandmother. So we knew like this time it's time to plant. Like we're
Hmm.
always conscious about like food security. We'll make sure that we have like at least 10 sacks of maize meal so that we can make like pap. Understand? So I've always been practicing farming. We always did poultry, like we always have chickens like in the yard, you understand. We always like knew in the morning we have to go and check if there's eggs. So we always did farming like long time ago, but I was not really conscious as a young person to say I'm doing farming. It was like
Mm.
a way of life until lockdown hit. And then I was like, you know what? There's these skills that we learned when we're still young. So how about we use them, to make a living, So that's it. Hence the reason, maybe our produce it looks so good. I mean, it's so good. I don't
It's
want.
good, my guy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is like, guys, I don't know. Go check out these guys' profile, right? Because, man, I'm just looking like at this stuff, man. And that's the thing. I'm like you guys are doing this so excellently. I mean, if you check out, I'm just looking at some of your videos here. I mean, you guys, I mean, this is like quality stuff, bro. This is
It's
not child's play,
organic.
bro.
It's
Like,
organic.
hey, this quality stuff, and not only that, I'm looking at your systems like drip irrigation, like
It's so
all these things.
professional.
Where did you learn about this, man? Like drip irrigation, what?
I
I
guess,
mean,
man.
this.
It's. I mean, we are living in the fourth industrial revolution. There's the internet. So whenever you want to do something, I think you ought to do research. First and foremost, you need to do research. So it's a matter of doing research and consulting with people just to, like, okay, we want to do this kind of thing, and how do we then go about doing it? And my brother, like the one that I'm doing the business with, he studied, he has I think a certificate in primary agriculture. So at school they used to do the whole process. So he also brought in the skill. So it just made sense, provided that, growing up we've always did like farming. So it for us it was not really a difficult thing. So yeah, research, more than anything. You have to do research for you to be like to know something like drip irrigation. You have to do research. Okay, we have this kind of irrigation like drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation. So you just need to weigh them here and say which one has more advantage, which one suits my budget. Like it's all about research and consulting with people. So I guess that's how we get it right.
Well, man, that's so amazing. That's so amazing, my guy. And I mean, so where do we start? So okay, so lockdown hits. This is in 2020,
Yeah.
2020 March, right?
hmm
2020 March lockdown. Which year are you in right now? At that
Um,
time?
you mean in terms of farming?
No, in 2020. I mean, like in terms of your schooling.
In terms of my schooling, I think I was doing my second year. I think I was doing my second year, and it was just the first semester when COVID-19 hit. I was doing my second year LLB, so like COVID-19 just hit, and then they were like, "Hey guys, you need to go home." So we had to go home, and then when I got home, it was just online learning. So the only thing that I would do is books. I was like, no, this is not the only thing that I can do. Now I remember people were getting retrenched and all those things. And at home they were like, you are at home, we're not going to give you money anymore. You you see, we're not going to give you money anymore because you can eat. So I can't be asking parents like for airtime. So and then that's when like at home, like you can see the land, there's like a house there with a scotch roof. So and then that's where we normally do like our farming. So that's like my father's shop. So in the villages we have like big land. So and then back then already before we went to crop farming, we had already been doing like poultry, like the chickens. You
Mm.
remember my brother is doing like a farming qualification. We have already been doing poultry. So I was like, man, like what can we now do for us to make money, like because we have like backyards and our spinach is proper, and when people pass on the street they always tell us like, guys, can you please sell for us? I was like, no man, we need to do research about how much money we will need for us to invest in this farming thing. I mean, we had already had the skills. We've been doing backyard farming. Like we already have the skills. So like we were so confident enough to say we can move like in like we can go big, because
Mm.
so yeah, we that's why it started. So we decided that we're gonna do the consultations and do the quotations. So yeah, and then that's when we started. We started crop farming. I remember we had 8,000 seedlings. Our first start, it was 8,000 seedlings. 4,000 it was spinach, and then the rest it was beetroot and onions. But then there were problems when we had to when when we had to sell, because we didn't really do like the market research, as to where are we going to supply, so that's when we had serious problems. We kind of like made a loss. I don't want to lie. When we started, we made a loss.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Before we go there, let's go back a bit. We'll go there. We'll go there. We'll go there. So, guys, I'm seeing some of the requests here. We are going to accept the request. Let's just push a bit. With Mashako here, just talking about his story. Then we can have like also in-depth questions as well. So let's just wait for that. But thank you guys, everyone who's liking, everyone who's sharing. Thank you guys. I mean, let's like the live, guys. You can tap on your screens as many times as you want. Pearl, thank you for the gifts there. Chesa, thank you for the likes as well. Balit, thank you for the likes. All right, cool stuff, bro. So tell me. So you say that, okay, guys. So the poultry farming you guys were doing, was that for real resale as well?
Yes, like we're selling, we'll buy the chicks, and then we grow them. So normally people, like almost each and every household eats chickens. And for us in the villages, it's customary that like someone will go and buy 5 chickens and slaughter them and cut pieces, maybe drumstick, in a plastic, and then put them in the fridge. And I mean, you buy them at the lowest price, and you get the intestine. Like we also eat the intestine, like the heart and all those things.
Yeah.
So people want to save money. So we identified that market to say, come on. So this is a market that we can actually tap in, So, and then we moved. And how we delivered our chickens was that we don't mind. We can actually slaughter the chickens for you and deliver for you. So, and I think that that's what made our product to be like special, because anyone could just request to say, I want 5 chickens, and then we slaughter and then deliver them to. So we did poultry for resale, like we're selling, because
so those like the broiler chickens.
it was the white ones, the chicks,
Yeah.
not the broiler. Broiler, the one that lays eggs, right?
No, those are the layers. The white ones are the.
Oh, those are the layers. Oh, it's confusing me.
So how many how many were you guys like? Oh, how many did you like were before you started? Your bucket gardening. How many were you pushing at a time? Like in terms of the broilers.
The broilers, we started with 100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we started with 100. We push. Obviously, in farming, you'll always lose. They will die. Not all of them will make it. Sometimes you will lose 20 chicks. I'm telling you, sometimes you lose 20 chicks. So, but yeah, we started around 100. In farming, like you always like make mistakes, and you always learn from that. But then as we continued, that when we started mastering it, like, so we started with like 100 chicks. But for now, the poultry one is down. We are more focused on crop farming. We are more interested in growing seeds and all those things.
So I see right now you guys have got. So I saw like the spinach. Like the spinach is amazing. Like the spinach, I saw the sweet potatoes.
Mhm.
I saw the is it paper, green paper,
Yeah,
broccoli.
we have planted several stuff like a lot, but mostly we are more focused on spinach farming because I think that's where like our niche is. Like we are more focused on spinach.
Nah, I know you guys can do spinach. Like that's one thing for sure.
No, I thank you, my man. Thank you, my man.
No, you guys can really do spinach. You guys got hands down. You guys can really, really do
I
spinach.
believe that like we are like in as much as we do crop like but we are spinach farming. We are spinach
Mm.
farming. It's like Kimbro spinach farming. Cause
Oh, okay.
there's
Yeah,
no way that
watermelon. We saw the watermelon as well. Yeah.
yeah the watermelon actually it's the season. We only planted watermelon
Mm.
once, but then we are hoping that we're gonna plant again. So we are hoping. I mean, ever since I've started, there's no production that like has ever flopped except for the time we had Eloise, like weather conditions. You cannot control
Mm.
weather conditions. So, but so far, like our production has been like clear production, clear production. So, I think somehow we have mastered this thing, especially with spinach. Spinach is like it's a simple thing. I don't want to lie. So it's a simple thing. In farming, the principle is the same. So
Mm.
what you do, that's why I always tell people that they must start in the backyard because that's why they need to get like the training. There's this guy who once told me that what you do on a small land is what you do on a bigger land. So meaning that the principle is the same. You apply the same principle. So for anyone who wants to start, I think they should start in the backyard before they can like take a lot of money and waste it. Because I don't want to lie, farming is brutal.
All right, all right. Before we go to the brutality, let's go back. Let's go back. Stara, thank you for the likes. Agriculture and Young, thank you for the likes. Mr.
Mm.
Finder, thank you for the likes. Komoso Chese, thank you for the likes. Mzwa, Mzwa, how are you doing? How is Durban, my guy? How's KZN? Master, thank you for the likes. Hard Truth as well. Thank you for the likes. Shout out to you guys. Man, much love to all of you. So you do your research in terms of, okay, this is what we need. So did this include obviously the seedlings, the because I see you guys employ quite a bit of people, right? The employees, I guess, the so did you already include, did you start with the drip irrigation, or you obviously you knew that you needed some sort of irrigation?
Yeah, obviously we did our irrigation, and obviously, like my brother is studying at school, so they're doing the practical aspect of it, so he can see that okay, we will need this kind of irrigation system. So for this irrigation system, like for example, you need a pressure pump, like for water to be strong. So that's it. So what we had to do is to understand like the land that we are working with. So we went to the shop and say we have this kind of land, so this is what we need, and so forth. So they were like, okay, if your land is like this so much size, and then you will need this kind of pressure pump, you will need so much drip irrigation, you will need this and this and this and this and this. So and then they printed like a document to say, okay, for you to buy this and this and this and this and this, you'll need so much money. So by then I think I'm gonna jump to the funding one because
That's where we want to go. So you said
yeah,
you went
so
where to find out where you. So wait,
because I'm
you said who told you, you said where did you go to be told this is what you need in terms of the pumps and stuff?
I was
Where was
saying
that?
that my brother, like the one that I'm in business with, like he's studying like primary agriculture, right? So at
Hmm.
school, so they do the practicals. So the school have like the machines, the pressure pumps, and everything. So he already knew that okay, we will need this kind of thing. We'll need so much. So and then what we had to do was just to go to the shop to say, this
Or
is
to
our
the guys who sell the the
Yeah,
pumps and stuff. Okay.
yeah, this is the size of our land. So, but we are not sure about the pressure pump that we need to buy. So they were like, okay, if your land is like this and you're going to use this kind of irrigation system, you'll need to buy this kind of. You see, and then that's when we looked into each other and say, hey, this thing is expensive.
So how did you now make? So what did you guys
This
do,
thing is
man?
expensive. I'm as a student, I'm someone who've always like observed like financial literacy. So I've always known that one day I'll start a business. So I've always like liked saving money, like and all those things. So it just happened that I was saving money. Like I'm NSFAS funded. So I hope NSFAS doesn't come for me. Like normally when they would give us our allowance, I wouldn't really buy books. So I wouldn't really buy books. I will just use soft copy, and then put the money in my bank account. Obviously, at home they do give me money, so I've always saved money. And then he was a student by the time, and he was also funded by NSFAS. So, and he happened that NSFAS delays to give students money. So, whenever they give you money, they give you like a lot of money. So, he also had money. So provided that we always did poultry farming, so we took the money from poultry and also invested in crop farming. So that's how we got our funding. We funded ourselves.
So let's say for you guys to start. So let's say that in terms of the. So you said you started. You said with how much? How many seedlings?
We started with 8,000 seedlings.
8,000, right?
Yeah.
So they were for spinach and for what and what?
It was for spinach, for beetroot, and then for onions. It was like that. Yeah.
All right. So now, wait. So did you do that the same time, the first time, everything?
Everything. But normally we buy seedlings. Like we go to the nursery. Like at this point, we know a lot of nurseries. Like so, they know us. So we sometimes they sell. They sell like the seedlings at the lowest price because like we always plant every year. Like we always plant. So like we always have that relationship already. They know, like you see. So we work with nursery. We believe in seedlings because growing seeds can be like a problem. Some of them they don't survive and all those things. But with seedlings don't die. They don't die. They last. Even if a bird can come and eat it, after 2 weeks you'll see it like it will grow. So we bought seedlings and then we're transplanting, like but we can also make our own seedlings, so it's not really a problem. So
right.
but we just
all right. So Sibo is asking how much. So 8,000 to start with. So how much in total do you think you needed to start? Obviously,
I think for the seedlings we needed like 3,000 to 4,000, and then now we had to talk about the irrigation aspect of it, because irrigation, I don't want to lie, it's very expensive. So like for example, let's say you have a half a hectare. If you can think about it, even if you want to irrigate with the watering can, you won't finish. So you'll definitely need to employ technology now, whereby you go and buy your pressure pump. And a pressure pump is around 6,000. The one that we use is like 6,000.
So you said, like, how much would you say was your entire system for irrigation system when you're starting?
I'm just breaking it down. Like,
okay.
Pressure pump, which is the most important thing, like 6,000. And then the pipes, maybe you can get, the sprinkler, maybe you can get them around 2K. So it's 6 plus 2. It's how much?
It's 8,000.
It's 8. And then the seedlings on top of that. So
12,000.
I think it's like around 3,000 to 4,000. I don't really remember the figures because
Yeah,
Sometimes we get
as
discounts.
a lawyer, will help you with the maths. I am a lawyer myself, but
I mean, sometimes we get discounts. We get discounts. So yeah.
all right, cool. So obviously, so that was so, but you didn't start with the drip irrigation.
No, we didn't. I started with sprinkler, and it was the rotar, like the one that hits like 360. But then it gave us problems
Uh,
because the pressure pump that we had, like it didn't have like capacity, to make the water to reach its like highest potential. So that was a problem. Now we had to because now like our plants were not getting enough what's this thing enough water, so like we had to change, you know when you start, like the small like money that you need to pay, because you now see that your plants are not happy, and it's because of the irrigation system. So you need to get more money to go and maybe buy a bigger pressure pump. Like, sometimes even if you do research, you'll always come across like problems like in farming. You'll always
so you can try as much as you can, but you
you can
always be
try,
late.
you cannot really control, because one of the major thing that you cannot control is weather. You cannot control weather, because we have made losses like wood plant, and our production is coming just okay. I remember when we had Eloise. You still remember Eloise?
Mm.
By
The
that time,
cyclone.
I remember one of the shops that we supply, they've ordered spinach to say, we want you to supply. And we'll be like, okay, we'll supply. But then what happens? Eloise happens. And then we just have to, we had to supply like in like 2 weeks' time. So we can't. We have to call them and say, we can't because of Eloise. It has damaged our spinach. You see, so, like, yeah, it has damaged our spinach, so there's nothing you can do. So that's the sad part of farming. That's the part. Yeah.
No, awesome. Fortune, how are you doing? Good to see you on the chat here as well. Thank you for the likes. Thank you everyone liking the live. Man. So tell us, man. So maybe in terms of where you started, how many would you say, how big was the land there?
The land that I started at, I think it was half a hectare, because I've moved to different lands. But the one that I'm working on like full time, like it's the one that I started on like half a hectare, is like where my dad has a shop, so like we on that land. It's just close to my house next door, like, and then we have a borehole at my home, so everything is just set up there. But then we have another land which will bring me to how you can secure land,
Yeah,
so
wait. Before you before you go to the securing of land and all these things. Yeah, maybe we'll talk about it now, maybe we'll do it in another live, who knows. But
yeah, then the other land, it's I'm working with the school now. So I told them that, hey guys, I can see that you guys are no longer doing farming activities. So how about I come and work the land? So yeah,
nice.
I'm working with the school.
I actually wanted us. I actually thought that we'll probably have to do another live about the specifics, as we are talking about your story here. But I see you really want to give people tips here. You're letting it out of the bag in terms of all these things you're doing. I like it because we're here to help each other, man. That's a great thing. Guys, thank you for the likes. Thank you, Ichesa, for sharing. So tell me, bro. So now, you guys, you do the first production, right? You do the first production, and now you're like, okay, where do we take these things? What happened?
Yeah, well, like, where do we take this thing? Like, it brings us to the question of like, how did you get to secure the market? So
yeah,
so like, my man, like, what do we do now? Because the spinach is fresh, everything is. What do we do now?
Mm,
And then we now start approaching shops.
mm.
Yeah, we will now start approaching shops to say, hey guys, we have this thing, we want to sell it to you. Some shops were not like willing, they were reluctant because there's some shops that have their own farms. So, I mean, you
Mm.
have to understand that. You'll have to understand that. But yeah, we tried to sell this thing door to door, but it was just too much to push it door to door. But it was working.
Mm.
Door to door was working, but then it was not enough. Yo, we tried. We lost some of the produce, but then there was this time that we were like, you know what? If we are going to approach these guys, we need to have our own sample to say this is what we are selling. Because sometimes when you just tell someone about something and say, I'm selling this thing, okay, everyone is selling spinach. You see, so you don't really get convinced enough. So we took our produce to say, guys, we went to like this other supermarket, Libamba. So guys, we are selling this thing. They were like, why not? Guys, start supplying tomorrow. So that's how we we,
Wow.
we got our market. And now that with the power of social media, like when you post your produce, like sometimes you just get a call from someone, hey, I want 100 bunches of spinach. Sometimes, we have a lot of funerals. Someone just parks at your house and say, hey guys, we want so much, we have a funeral. So like all those things. So the market is big. I think it just depends on how you go about, like selling
Mm.
your target. You must have a target, obviously. So, but the market is big. You can never finish it. Like you just need to be strategic about it.
Awesome. So how do you guys so in terms of that time it was your first time. So
Mm.
in terms of your pricing, how did you determine that okay, we're gonna sell the spinach for so much? How did you guys do that?
I mean, like with things like veggies, we look at the market price. Like, what is the market price? We look at the market price. Okay, Shoprite sells spinach at 10 rand. Spar sells spinach at 11 rand. So you kind of like compare the
The
price
competition and what's happening in the
all
industry.
in the same bracket. So the only difference it will be you saying, "Yo, my spinach has more quality, so I think I have to put more 1 rand." But I mean, spinach is spinach, so that's how we determine the price. It's a market price. It's a market price. So yeah,
Mm.
it's the market that determine the price. So
Awesome. And in terms of obviously, like you guys, you employ quite a bit of people. How do you do that? How do you get help?
honest,
Uh,
honestly, I come from a very big family. So I don't want to lie, a very big and supportive family. Like my mother is working for the Department of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries. So I mean, even when we started farming, like because even at home we've always did like practicing like backyard farming. So it was not a new thing. You see, they were like, okay, you guys want to start, let's go in, let's work. Everyone got into the farm, but obviously we do employ people. We don't have permanent people that we employ, but then most of the time it's that thing of, there's like too much work, and then we call people to say, guys, you can come and work, and then get that remuneration for working for, because I don't think we are emerging, and I don't think we have that capacity to so because most of the time we are the one who do like the groundwork, like we do everything. If we found land, we have to do the fencing. Actually, as a farmer, you must do everything. You must do
mm.
everything from the drip installation and everything, the fencing. You must do everything. So that's what the farmer does. So we actually do everything. So
So
and
so
then
that you know what's happening there.
what's happening, you definitely need, even if you have a lot of money, to say someone must install your drip irrigation. There will be a day where the pressure pump blast like the pipes. What are you going to do? You see,
Mm.
so even if someone installs for you, you need to be there and be asking questions and to say what happens if something like this like happens. So so yeah.
Sure. So you can't. It's cool, man. If you need to do something, no, no, no. Definitely have to be hands up, hands on. So you can't just be farming on the cell phone.
You can't be farming on the cell phone, but I'm doing that. But I'm just sharing my thing, my farming experiences. You need to be on the ground, but I
Yeah.
mean, I have a valid reason, not to be on the ground because I'm studying. Yeah, but whenever I'm at home, I'm on the ground. I'm doing all the work. But for me, I understand the power of social media, so I think I have a lot of things to share. So I while my brother is doing the groundwork, I'm here at school studying and putting like the knowledge out there. You see, because I want to believe there's a lot of people who want this farming knowledge. So I'm putting it out there. I'm playing a part. You know.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool stuff. Success is a choice. We'll talk. Man, this is amazing, man. This is amazing. So tell us. I've got some requests. We're gonna answer requests now, but tell us in terms of obviously you guys have got some sort of rhythm going on now. You know that, man, this thing works.
Mm,
If we put in this is something that can work for us. So
mm.
so so what does the future look like? For you guys. What does the future look like? For Kimro spinach farming or Kimro farming. I don't know if we should limit it to spinach already, but I don't
No,
know. It's
no,
up to
no,
you.
no, no. Kimbro is it's bigger than us. Like we obviously talking about the future, how it looks like. Obviously, we want to diversify in animal farming. We want to diversify even packaging for ourselves at some point. Maybe have our own shops. Like maybe have. The other time I was attending this thing, your live, whereby you guys were talking about having a website. So I was planning that maybe I should do like an e-guide on how to plant spinach. So we want to have like a shop, like an online shop. Maybe we can sell timber farming merchandise. So we want to be there. Like maybe when you get to Spa at some point and see a pack of spinach says like Kimro farming, like the packaging is us and everything. But obviously, it's a long-term goal that we want to reach. But for now, we are just like on the ground, like pushing because the truth is that this farming thing is it needs you to have money. It's very capital intensive, and Tina was just coming here, like trying to maybe to say we are there, like we can do this thing, So, but hopefully, there's a lot that is gonna come. Like there's a lot that like is gonna come.
Awesome. All right, cool stuff, man. So obviously you're doing your degree, LLB final year now.
Mm.
You're in Port Elizabeth. So what's your plan? So when are you finishing and what are you gonna do?
I don't want to lie. Let me just be honest. Like, as to what's the plan? I'm confused. Like, I'm actually inspired. I'm inspired by you to actually move into labor law because no, this route of getting admitted and all those things. And I mean, I want to focus on farming. I'm more of a business person than being like someone who's like follows a professional like career like being a lawyer. So like maybe I might move in labor law. Like I've been interested in labor law, and obviously farming. It's I want to believe farming is the only industry that can cure this thing of unemployment. But for now, it's just like people are not talking about it because I don't know. Maybe they just ignorant, or it's because we black people don't have land or anything. But I mean, the future is bright, my man. The future is bright. And
Awesome,
about
awesome. I
the
think
school, the school thing is, yes, I'm doing my final year, and it's been hectic. I don't want to lie, and it's been brutal. I mean, you have the
admin
LLB,
law.
you have the LLB degree, so it's been brutal. But I'm pushing. I mean, I'm doing my final year. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong, and I
Nah,
graduate next year. So, but
no, you will
yeah,
graduate.
that's it.
Nothing will go
That's it.
wrong.
Yeah.
I think you can. I think you can just do the 2 years of articles. Get that out of the way.
No,
Then
you guys always throw us in there while you're making money. No, guys. No.
you think
You know when
we
you
want
have
to make money?
I believe that when you have money you can do anything. You can still practice. But then I think it becomes difficult when you don't have money because it's difficult. So I rather make money and then get. I don't know. I will see. I will see. But with farming, we are going forward with farming.
No, no, but it's fine. But I think we'll continue talking. Yeah, you can always do both, which is amazing. User 557 that says when Henry said admin law, I had PTSD.
Yo, I
No,
just wrote.
I think you'll figure it out. But
Well, I'm a bit confused, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
no, that's awesome. That's awesome, guys. So, hey, bro, much love to you. We'll continue talking. Everyone on this platform, let's meet again tomorrow. Join the WhatsApp group. Let's do this again tomorrow, guys, at 8 a.m. So, guys, have an awesome day. Cheers. Bye bye. Thanks, bro. Have an awesome one, man. Cheers.